Yeah, I think, well, just to kind of close the loop on what you were talking about, the reason why I work with Akil is because I can feel the music. You know what I mean? So whatever he's making is touching me in a way that's making me want to write something in the vein of the song that he's creating. Just the other day, he sent me a beat, and I said, you know, we're both trying to practice very positive lifestyles right now, but he sent me this beat, and I said, man, this sounds very negative. I said, this is going to make me write something bad that people are going to take offense to. So, you know, and that's what he was on when he made that beat. So we're able to communicate through music, and I get the same feeling that he gets lyrically when he's creating the music or making the beat, you know, musically. So that's a rare connection that you can find. You know, this is in the vein of Gangstar. This is in the vein of, you know, Pete Rock and CL Smooth. This, you know, you rarely find a producer MC combo that can keep each other's attention in the way that we are. So the other thing I'd say about the conscious music, to get to your question, is I think that maybe that's the reason why we stepped away from making records for a little bit of time, you know, and putting music out. It's been a bit of a gap between the last time we released music. And not that we're doing anything that's trendy, but, you know, Grxwn Fxlks, the title is there to get you to understand that I'm not a 25-year-old rapper anymore. I'm not a 30-year-old rapper. I'm not a 35-year-old rapper. So by that, I've gone beyond the ego in my artistic capacity. I've gone beyond fame. I've gone beyond material collection, you know, so I'm very established financially in my own profession, in my own way. This is truly an art form for me. So many of the things that you hear people in hip hop aspiring to have, either we've achieved or don't really have a lot of interest to us anymore. Do I like nice things? Sure. Do I get up thinking about how I can acquire some jewelry or a piece of fashion or a vehicle? I don't anymore. I've had really nice vehicles before and crashed them or gotten rid of them, or I might even have some in my garage still, but it doesn't really inspire me to create art, right? And it doesn't, there's no real financial path that leads to you buying Bentleys and, you know, mansions. It's not a real life for most people. And people that do achieve that life typically tend to lose it because they got there on someone else's road that they paved, right? And someone else's finance. So when we're making music, we're talking about the things that grown men talk about at a dinner table or with their families or with their friends that they've known for a long time. The brothers that I hang out with and Akil, we've known each other for 20, 25, 30 years. We've seen each other go through many things, and our conversations are much richer because we're talking about our experiences. So when you're feeling a more rich quality coming from artists now, it's probably because there's so much going on that those artists that really have something to discuss relative to the everyday, normal, average human being that's trying to make it through life, those messages are resonating now more than ever. How could you have a rap talking about being in the club and popping champagne and having a VIP and whatever else you talk about in some dumbass rap if you can't even be in the club because of social distancing now? What are you fuckers talking about now, right? You don't have nothing to talk about. Where are you driving these big cars to? You got nowhere to show them off, right? So the substance of who you are and what you're about, man, that can change pretty drastically when when things get taken away from you. So I feel like there's a huge opportunity for people just to have real life conversations, and art can really help people get through challenging times. So I think the resonation that a song like Celebrate is having with people is because it's just talking about the things that people are feeling. Like, do I have enough food in my refrigerator? Can I pay my bills? And are my kids good? If that's solid, then that's something to start with, right? And until those things are right, then we got some work to do. So I think that just sets a really average bar, right, for people. Instead of me talking about me being on a G5 Learjet or something, and that's not something that most people experience. And I don't want to be relating to people, the regular people, in ways that they could never experience. So I think that's what's happening right now. I don't know if there's a resurgence of conscious music, but I think the people in general are more focused on everyday life than they've ever been. People are spending more time with their families than they've ever spent. People are spending more time with the people that they love. People have much less side chicks nowadays than they used to, right? She probably has COVID-19, so you can't go hang out with her and then bring it back to your family, right? So there's just a lot more focus on real life. And I think that type of music is going to resonate with people a lot more than something that, just seems a little bit more make-believe than it ever has before.
Well, definitely, because one thing we noticed on our journey is like everyone that's our age or maybe like a generation or two above us run the industry now. So everyone knows this style of music. Everyone kind of knows, because one thing that I do when I create the musical landscape for the band, for the group, is to, add a dash of the familiar in the music so that you're not completely lost. Because me personally, dude, like I want to create a 7 to 12 minute, intergalactic escapade that no one will ever connect to, So, we just bring it back down to earth, add a dash of the familiar. That helps us tremendously. I think that the timing is perfect because now in the hip hop industry, every lane is possible. You could do pretty much anything if you do it intentionally and you do it with some type of care and skill. It could all go anywhere it needs to go. So, for us, we just took our time, man. We cooked this up over a period of a few years to get it to where it is, because Masai already had chemistry before, but we really dialed in what we wanted to say, how we wanted to sound, what we wanted it to feel like. And now, like, it's the perfect timing. We couldn't ask for a better time or a set of individuals to share it with. You know what I'm saying? The way the state of the world is, the state of America, the state of Pittsburgh, my home city, our home city, this music helps people live through these conditions. This music helps give people fuel, energy, ideas. It stimulates creativity. It stimulates relaxation. It stimulates conversation. These are the things that like Masai and I are completely in sync with, that we can't wait to share with the world. So like we put the Celebrate record out. We were very proud of that record. One of my personal favorite records. Masai snapping on that record. You know what I'm saying, in my opinion. And then we put out the Let's Talk About It record. Incredible record. My son did an amazing job on that record. They just destroyed the beat. I was going for DJ Premier meets Dr. Dre on the beat. And then, of course, I tuned my signs of vibrational things in there to add a sense of urgency to the music with the rock guitar, something Masai and I are very familiar with. So it's just us. And these next records we got planned for release, bro, can't wait to share them with you, man. I want to get you guys' opinion first. Like, being that I know you're like a hip-hop producer, bro, like, yo, we'll get to these records, man.